So your task this week is to present your artist research page. So you are basically taking your information from last week and presenting it to create your first research page. So to be successful, don't spend hours on background so you don't get extra marks for collaging and cutting and sticking. Think about presenting it in an interesting, clear way. Make sure your writing is legible. If possible, type it because that's far easier to read. And you can also go back and edit it afterwards and add extra bits in and include all your information from last week. So I just wanted to show you this particular example here because this student actually presented the whole thing on the computer. She actually didn't collage anything at all. She got an image, put an image in the background, she's put all these text boxes on top, and it looks really effective. It was probably far quicker than actually cutting it out and sticking it. So in my opinion, I would try and present your research page like this. Here is one that I have started to do already. And basically what I have done is I have taken all of the information from the template, although it's actually blank. But you take all of your information from the blank writing frame that you completed, and then you can actually stick those onto your research page. So you can see that I've copied and pasted those here. I've then gone and got the images that I was talking about. I've visited my Pinterest page. There's my bags. Visited my Pinterest page on here, and I've looked at my fantastic foods page. And then what I've done is I've just copied and pasted all the images of Sarah Graham's work that I saved onto this page, and I've actually, there they are, and I've copied them across onto this research page. That was the next stage that I did. And then finally I wanted to think about an interesting background, and Sarah Graham quite often puts these kind of sweet bags within her work. So I just went on Google, I found a picture of a crumpled bag. If you were really organised, you can maybe take it yourself, and I've just put that image behind the text boxes. So I've literally just copied it, pasted it onto the slide, and then you can actually right click, send to back, and then everything else just kind of pops up on top. One thing you must make sure is that your text boxes are actually coloured in some way, so it needs to be filled with either white is fine. If you copy and paste the text boxes that were already done for you on the template, they've actually already been filled with a colour, and that way you can read them. If I was to show you this title here without a fill, you can actually see it's much harder to read. It's much easier if it's got a solid fill, so do try and fill them. If you don't know how to fill them, you literally just click on the box and hopefully these options will pop up, or you can actually right click as well and format shape and do it this way. But it's really important that it's filled so that you can actually read the information. My photo is actually not the best picture because it's got this written over top, which is, I think these people are trying to get me not to copy and paste it. So try and be careful about the images that you use because that doesn't really look that great. Now, revisiting the PowerPoint on presenting research pages, there's some different examples on here of ways to actually think about presenting your work, and you can see these ones are broken down into all those key areas. Again, you don't have to worry about cutting out the text like this. You really don't get any extra marks for it. Obviously, if you've got the time, then you can, but you don't get extra marks for it. And there's also, Mrs. Garood has put together some examples here of research pages, you know, what's effective about them and things that aren't effective about them, to try and help you with your work. So I hope that makes sense. If you have got any questions, then please do get in touch.